Oh, hello. I've been really busy. I assume you have too, so let's all calm our tits here and take a break. Spooky real life mag. What have we got here? I'm an estate agent for spirits. No, you're not. Dr. Albert just takes over me. A Nobel Prize winning doctor continues his amazing work through me. No, he doesn't. From tummy troubles to cancer treatment, many mediums are able to perform spiritual... No. For fuck's sake. This little piece of journalism is filed under the Weird World heading. Let me read you the headline. Man controlled by his psychic cat. A terrified man has sold his psychic cat after it began controlling his thoughts. Russian-born reader Dmitry says that the bizarrely named tabby, Charles Utkins, is not only able to... How is the name of the cat the bizarre part? Alright, we've got to read a letter here. And a photo I want to share with you guys. This is from Jackie Green. After reading Under Their Spell in May's issue about Glynis Allen making her beautiful witches, I decided to follow her on Facebook and order my own. I'm going to show you a photo of this, right? 2 weeks later, I received my witch. She bought this? How much? Oh, she says, holy crap, her name is Isadora, and she's well worth the £18 that I paid for her. I need Jackie Green's email address. I've got some magic beans to sell to her. Alright, this is the angel section. Here's one for you. Do angels and technology really mix? No. How could something steeped in ancient bullshit history, whose existence stretches back to the beginning of time, know anything about a laptop? Well, they do. Next time you need tech support, if your car won't start, or if your computer is on the blink, just call on the angels. Wouldn't you? Oh no, she's one step ahead of me. Guys, ask for their assistance as you look up the number of someone who can help, and they will help to guide you to the right person. The angels are f***ing Google. I like this guy. This guy is good. This is Phantoms on Film with Craig Hamilton Parker. You're going to love this. And it's not what you're expecting. Alright? My husband is a keen wildlife photographer, which is why he took this photo in May 2011. Can you see an eerie image above the goose's tail? My friends and I think it looks like a shrouded, bearded man holding a staff. But my husband laughs it off. It's just the light playing tricks. Over to you, Craig. No. Over to you guys watching. We can all agree that is pretty spooky. But what is Craig's interpretation? You ready for this? He's not going to respond the way you think he does. Here we go. I'm afraid I agree with your husband, and that is probably just caused by a play of light and shadow. You didn't expect that, did you? A stew to stop spending. I recently noticed my friend was being more irresponsible than usual with his money. However, he isn't a deeply spiritual soul, so I couldn't just suggest we do a spell to try and help curb his spending. Instead, I made him a meal, adding a magical herb and casting a spell on it, and was pleased to hear the other day that he had cancelled the credit card he was about to use. Why not try the spell yourself if you know someone who needs help managing their money better? Bubbling stew, I stir this brew, the acorn is charged, so bring in the new. Drink this broth, and you shall see the wisdom within to manage your money. Serve the stew when the sun has gone down, and also give the person acorn for good luck. You are f***ing mental. Last October, I took this photo of where I work to show my colleagues the mess in the corridor. I was alone at the time, so when I looked through the photos later that night, I was amazed to see this figure. What do you think, people at home? Craig's response. There's clearly what looks like a ghostly figure in the background, but it's impossible to tell if this is a spirit or simply an effect caused by the camera being shaken during a long exposure. In this case, I feel it's most probably the latter. Good on you, Craig Hamilton Parker. You should be the one doing this video. Here's another letter. Recently, I was invited to a disco in Essex, where I live. But, walking in, I looked over to the stage and stopped in my tracks. There, belting out a disco classic, was my ghost. Back in 1970, when I was 11 years old, I lived in a council flat in East London and saw a female ghost. And now, all these years later, the woman singing looked just like this ghost. Yeah, I was so shocked I couldn't believe it. I've no idea who the singer was and how such a thing could happen, but it's one of the scariest experiences I've ever had. Did you not think to go approach the woman? Oh, like, obviously it's not your ghost. Mouth breathe. Absolute biscuit. Stupid mother. Didn't occur to you to just go over and talk to... Oh, let's move on. More to get through. Back to angels. Dear Jackie, my horse is unwell, and I wondered if the angels could help him. Dear Sarah, yes, my angels are standing by as I write this. Down at the glue factory. Find calm with a corn dolly. In last month's column, we explored using corn dollies in a spell to celebrate Lammas at the start of the harvest. For centuries, though, corn dollies have been used in rituals to help bring... Oh, for goodness sake. Earlier on this week, humankind managed to identify the genes that cause heart disease and remove them from our DNA. And I'm sitting around reading a magazine about corn rituals. What the f*** happened to my evening? We've got another letters page here. Mandy writes, Dear Texas! It's an odd name. Lately, our dog Max, 4, has started to bark and growl at dogs who are bigger than him. I think this stems from an incident a couple of months ago when another dog went for him while we were on a walk. Now, I constantly have to keep Max on his lead, and I'm worried he's missing out on playtime. Please help, Texas! Texas says, Yes, you're right. Max's behaviour stems from a dog attack. What? Why is this page so normal? Oh, I see. All of the letters are answered by Texas, the psychic horse. Naturally. And lastly, Psychic Detective investigates. A 14-year-old boy was sentenced to death for the murder of his school pal. They don't need a psychic detective, they need a psychic editor. That's enough of that. I wonder if I can kill myself with it. That actually hurt. I'll see you next time. Hey, thanks so much for watching. You can and should follow me on Twitter. My handle is @IronmanMode. And if you want to see more videos like this, then share the hell out of this one. Spread it like herpes. And I'll make another if the demand is there. Double thanks to the people you see on screen. All those guys are worth saying hello to when you see them online. They're the Patreon crew. Much love to them. They get bonus extras, such as I'm about to record the Patreon bonus bit of this video where I read everyone's horoscopes. So if you want to get in on that, then look at the links below and choose to pledge a little every month. Just a little bit. Helps keep the channel going. Right, these guys, legends. Not a legend. Do you want to be a legend? Then join them. Bye.